Hello Virgo, and welcome to your reading for July 2026. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread today, looking at what you've got going on for you. This month you're going to be influenced a lot by Mercury retrograde. It's happening pretty much the entirety of the month of July, so just be aware that things like technology can sometimes be a little bit dicey. Things can take a little bit of time. Things get slowed down a little bit. Contracts, things like that can be confusing or can be misconstrued or misinterpreted. Communication can be misaligned during this time period. So just make sure that you are paying close attention to your communication, to how you're presenting yourself, and taking your time getting things ready. Now, there was the full moon at the end of June that's going to also be influencing this month. It was a lot about new projects, laying the groundwork for something new in your life, looking at your tool chest to see all the skills that you've got and what you're going to do to kind of use those to set yourself up for success in the future, for a reality that you want to manifest. So that energy is going to be carrying you through this month. With the Mercury retrograde, I think it's important to keep in mind that you should probably take your time planning. And at the very end of this month, you've got the buck full moon, which is going to be all about friendships and community involvement and helping you to manifest some riskier things, some unconventional ideas. Woo, doggy. Okay, that's 4. That's the last 4 then. There we go. Some unconventional ideas that you could have, laid the groundwork for during this month. At the end of this month, it looks like you're going to have an opportunity to manifest some of that and potentially utilize your community to help you do so. So it's going to be an interesting month coming forward. So here we go. All right, Virgo. So we have got you in the position of the Queen of Wands. So energy of manifestation. The wands are very much a creative energy, a manifesting energy, and a fiery energy, a passionate energy. The Queen of Wands is a very lovely energy too. You're feeling very attractive. It's a very compelling energy. It's a feminine energy, but doesn't have to be a woman necessarily. It's just an attractive energy. You are in command of your aura, and you are emanating a potent and lovely vibe to those around you, which is awesome. And the circumstances surrounding you right now, it looks like the situation that you're in front of is the Page of Pentacles. So this is a slow-moving planning energy. It's kind of a studious energy. It's looking towards the future and having an exciting, young, early look at some new plans that you have, something you want to dig deeply into, something you're looking at building more in the future. Right now, you're just kind of seeing how you can fit all those different pieces together to make it work. So it seems to me like you may be at the very beginning stages of a new business venture, or potentially at the very beginning stages of, it could be like a new relationship. But Pentacles to me usually says it's something to do with money, some kind of earthbound energy. So it very well could be like the start of a new career, or you're looking to get into a new career. And so you're like, what kind of thing would be best for me? So you're really taking time to see all of these things and have more of a studious vibe to how you're going to go about looking for or planning out this new thing. And as this month is about, and that full moon is about planning, that's probably pretty nice that aligns for you energetically. And then you've got the 3 of Pentacles here in the earthbound energy surrounding you. Looks like you've got a lot of help. You have people interested in helping you, which again is very interesting with the coming full moon. You have people who want to engage in community, in a communicative effort to build this thing. So whatever this thing is that you're starting out new with, it's something you're going to be doing with likely other people. I don't see this as a singular project. This is a group project. It could be that you're moving into a job that's going to utilize donors or people that are patrons that are kind of informing what it is that they would like for you to do, or perhaps it is just that it's a collaborative job, something that requires multiple people to make it happen, and you will be a part of that team. And it seems like you are in the planning phases of how to make all of that function. So I think around you right now, the energies surrounding you, the people surrounding you, the circumstances surrounding you seem to be lending themselves to some kind of collaborative building of a new plan. So it's going to be working likely with other people. The 2 of Pentacles is the spiritual energy surrounding you, which seems to be like you maybe have some choices. You're weighing some options. It may be that you've gotten down to maybe just like 2. that you're with your studious energy of deciding what thing is best and what works best here and what's going to be the thing that I'm going to be the most successful in, or what's the kind of person that's going to be the most compatible with me. You've gotten down to the last couple of choices. You're sort of at the, okay, everything else is done and the tournament is now just the final two. So you're at the final round, I think, is the energy surrounding you here, is that you're ready to make a choice, but you are right now balancing both of them. You're trying, and maybe even trying to make both of them work. It might be a situation where you're trying to make these two things happen simultaneously. You like the idea of being able to do both things. So you want to try and figure out a way to make both of those things work for you and have it be successful, right? So that might be what you're trying to figure out. How can I make both of these things, both of which I think are going to be beneficial for me financially and stability wise? I think these are going to be good. How do I make them both work simultaneously if possible? You might have to make a choice. I guess we'll see. We can look into that a little bit further, but it looks like right now the energy surrounding you is that you want to try and make both of them. You're trying to keep both of those balls. You're trying to keep the balls in the air. You're trying not to let any of them drop, at least for now. The Seven of Cups, the recent past, coming in and leaving, and I think that's because you're about to make some choices here. The Seven of Cups is which one are these things? I've got lots of choices here. Which choice should I choose? Some things are good, some things are not so good. Like, what do I think is going to be the most beneficial for me? Again, this using your brain, using your slow and steady energy to figure out which of these things is going to work best to make this thing the best it could be, to make your situation as good as possible, to make it as stable as possible, and to make it as, I think you're really looking for financial, honestly, there's like a lot of pentacles here. There's 3 pentacles straight down the line. I think you're trying to find some financial stability, and I think you want to do it with these people and in both of these ways, both of these people or with both of these things. And you're going to be doing it with, there's many people involved here. I mean, it could be that you're just really looking good and you're really attractive and you've attracted more than you were anticipating. And there might be a person that's kind of been in your situation. It might be creating sort of a third party circumstance, or that you found that you've had more options than you've had in the past, and you're trying to figure out, how can I have my cake and eat it too? I don't know. Can I do that? So the future energy coming in is the King of Swords. This could be a male energy coming in. It could be a new person coming in. This could also just be you deciding something. You saying, you know what, I think I'm ready to make a choice. I think I am ready to go forward and take the initiative to be the authoritative figure in this situation and this decision, and go and just choose. I'm getting the vibe here that might be what that is, that it's more that you're trying to gain some authority, gain some control over the situation. So it isn't so much so like you have all these different decisions that you're trying to make. You would like to actually, I think, make a choice. I think that the juggling of things might be a little bit more complicated than what you were hoping for. Remember, making a choice, some of the choices are bad, some of the choices are good. I think you may have been enjoying that you had choices, but the energy coming in is a little bit more, it's time to make a choice. The King of Swords could be the choice. It could be that one of these things is a person that is, very intellectual, witty, clear-headed kind of person that's, that you feel amplifies that side of you, that you enjoy that. It could be that that's more what you're in your wheelhouse, more what you're looking for. It could be that you have, I really get the energy that you are the King of Swords here. You have decided to take control over these two things and you're going to make some kind of decision. It's just a little bit too complicated to have it all happening. And the Lovers is what just came out for this. So I'm thinking that this might be a third party situation for you. So sorry about that if this is you, if this resonates with you. Okay, if this resonates with you, please let me know. You can like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments. But it definitely feels to me now like this is probably that you're just looking real good. You're feeling yourself. Things have been they've been coming together for you. And you've been studying yourself, sort of. That Page of Pentacles could be you've been putting the time and effort into studying yourself and figuring out who you are and figuring out how to best put yourself out there and what's the way to be the most awesome version of you, and how do other people react to you, and how do you get other people to do what you maybe want them to, and how are you able to put your best foot forward. Maybe you're doing that right now and all of a sudden you're bringing in this stuff. You know, it could be that you're bringing in new lovers, new options, new things. You've got choices. And those choices, you know, are creating perhaps a third party energy. So what about this Three of Pentacles here? What about this? Is this circumstance surrounding? Obviously with the Lovers there, that makes me think that this Three of Pentacles is just a little bit more of a third party situation. But again, it could just be that you're starting to create and you're finding that there are other people. You're starting to create this new life that you'd like, and you're finding that there are other people there that you think would be useful or necessary in making this thing happen. It could be that as well. It doesn't have to be a third party situation. It doesn't have to be love related, although the Lovers really kind of starts to tell you that. All right, so we got the Four of Swords. With the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of rest, taking it easy, relaxation, contemplation, healing after conflict. So it's like the Three of Swords, right, is like heartbreak, and this is kind of like getting over it and taking that time to wallow in your bed a little bit and just let yourself be okay and sleep and get dirty, not bathe. Like that's kind of that vibe, is this, you know, sort of bed rot. I'm going to sit here and just let myself feel better about it. So I'm thinking that you have, but I think less that this is that negative connotation and more just a slow, taking your time kind of vibe. That this has been, it's a quiet, this is not a loud, I think that this Three of Pentacles, which is this putting this collaborative effort together to make whatever this thing has happen. So this, again, it could be a three party situation. If it's a 3-party situation, I think that this Four of Swords is you going, okay, like I'm not going to let myself get my heart broken here. I'm not into that. I'm not down for that. I want to just kind of chill on this and see how this is going to ride out. I do see that there are options here, and I appreciate that. But this Four of Swords is feeling like I'm maybe going to take a second before I start making any decisions, because if I make any decisions, it's possibly going to make me hurt again, right? I'm going to have to feel something I don't want to, or I'm going to have to make somebody else feel something that I don't want them to have to feel, or I don't want to have to make them feel. So you are taking it easy. You're taking it slow. You are being thoughtful. I think you're being thoughtful about it. This is not a card of movement. And the Pentacles are slow moving cards too. But this card, even though it's Eris, is not a card of movement. This is a card of rest. So you are, and healing too. So I think you're healing yourself. You've healed yourself. You've been doing this process of healing yourself. Okay, I'm really kind of getting this vibe of you done healed yourself up so nice. Everybody's like, well, hello. Well, hello there. And you're like, oh, I got all kinds of choices now. Look at me with all my choices. All right, so we're going to go into the Two of Pentacles. We got anything to clarify that? Okay, I think it's about juggling these choices, that you're just kind of keeping all those balls in the air right now because you are not sure about how you're going to feel if you have to say no to one of them, if you're going to have to let one of them go, right? That's the spiritual energy is here, is keep it up in the air, just kind of keep them vibing, sort of have them all play around with them all. Maybe not play around with them physically, but like watch all of them and see all of it and really be the Page of Pentacles about all of it. Take your time with all of them. Don't jump into anything. Don't tell anybody no. Don't push anything away necessarily, that this is I keep it up, keep the balls in the air. You are eventually going to have to let go of some of those choices in order for you to move forward and get what you want in this, I think. But I don't get the vibe from what I'm seeing here, at least for the month of July, that is really going to be a choice that you're necessarily making right now. I think you're very hesitant to make that choice right now. And honestly, with Mercury being in retrograde, big choices, big romantic choices, big life choices, it might be a good idea to take your time through this month and wait until you've gotten to that August, 1st of August, end of July, that full moon that's going to be more about getting that collaborative effort together and having it be a successful endeavor for you. Okay. And the Eight of Swords came out for the Seven of Cups. So yeah, I think you are holding yourself back from making a choice. This is what this says to me. You've got all these choices. Oh my goodness, I'm resplendent for choice. Some of these choices are wonderful. Some of these choices are doctors, and some of these choices are lawyers, and some of these choices are, you know, really good looking guys. And some of these choices are dogs, and some of these choices are just, you know, they're funny, but they're broke, and there's all kinds of different things. And you're not sure what you want, and you're not sure, but you know that you've got them. You know that one of those things is going to eventually be a choice that you make. You don't want to do this forever. I think you were maybe enjoying having choices, but I see that you are definitely choosing to hold yourself back. The Eight of Swords is a card of, I am using my brain, and my brain is telling me maybe not to say some things, maybe not to make a choice. Don't move forward. Stay in the trap of these swords for now. So I don't know that you're going to, again, make a choice, but this is the leaving energy. This is the energy that's going, and you have this King of Swords here, which is a little bit more of a, no, it's time to make a choice energy. So let's see if you wouldn't mind clarifying on that King of Swords energy that we've got coming up in the future here for Virgo for July. Oh, Virgo. Must be just glowing up. You're glowing up. Everybody's seeing it. Oh, my goodness. The Three of Wands. Okay, yeah, you might not make a choice. The Three of Wands is an energy of, right, ships going out or ships coming in. I'm hoping for you it's ships coming in, because this is more waiting. The Three of Wands is more waiting. So I'm getting the vibe that while you know that you're getting more confident, I think, in what choice you're going to make, you are, or perhaps again, perhaps this is a person, perhaps this is another choice comes in, and you're like, oh, in the near future, well, there's another choice comes in. Well, now I'm going to have to wait even longer. Now I'm not sure. Now I'm, okay, well, there's another option. Okay, well, the ships are out. The ships are still out, right? The ships are out, and you're not sure what's going to happen. So right now, I think you're just going to be holding off on those decision-making. I think maybe you've got a couple of I think you've got some good choices, and of those choices, of the multitude of choices that you have, what it says here is that you are going to perhaps narrow them down in the month of July. I don't think you're going to make a choice. I don't think you're ready to make that kind of a commitment to anything. So I think you're going to just narrow it down for yourself. But you'll narrow it down hopefully to just like two or three, to make it easier on yourself. Okay, so now we're going to look at this side of things, which is the spiritual side of things, the way the spirit is affecting this specifically. Wow. Okay, we've got Temperance. Okay, and what else we got for Virgo? The Emperor. Okay. And for the hopes and fears in the situation, what do we got? Some fears. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, you are just major arcana all over the place. Okay, and what do we got for the final outcome here spiritually? Oh my goodness. Woo! Well, what's odd to me here is you don't have any major arcana in the earthbound energy here, but boy, oh howdy, do you have so much major arcana energy in the spiritual aspect of things. So Spirit wants you to get going. Spirit is tired of waiting on you, because you are using all of your slow plotting. I gotta make sure that it's the right thing. I gotta make sure that I'm being smart about this. I have to make sure that I'm making choices that are practical. I have to make sure that all that energy, all that, like, okay, now I think I've got some ideas. Our spirit is like, can we go? Can we make it happen? You here, again, balancing it out, like, okay, I'm making alchemy. I'm going to make sure that these things are good. And if I take this and put it in here, then that person's good because they've got this thing and then they've got this thing. I think Temperance is about balance, but it's also about alchemy, right? Turning lead into gold. It's about making potions and trying to mix all the ingredients together to make the perfect thing. That this is a card of culminating things into the perfect levels, right? Balancing, but not necessarily just two things. It could be a lot of things that you're trying to make the perfect thing. And this is you. This is what you're doing. And this is the energy that you have. And I think that's just maybe in your nature to be that way. And that's a lovely thing because it probably keeps you from a lot of heartache in life. But at this point in time, the energy that's surrounding you is more like, we need to make a choice. The Emperor is a kind of a King of Swords energy. It is an energy of you need to make a decision. This is authoritative. This is I don't mess around. This is I've got a decision to make and I'm going to make it. This is it's time to go. This is not, you know, this is not diddling. This is not dawdling and twiddling your thumbs energy. The energy that is surrounding you by the spirit that's coming in, that's surrounding your circumstances is like, we want you to make a choice. And I think you may have a good one. I think it's saying, look, you got the option. You've got good options. You need to stop dilly-dallying. You need to settle down with one. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to help you to wait around too much. And the Hanged Man, hopes and fears, right? You are aware that continuing to wait is not something you want to do. You know that if you take too long, these options may no longer exist. That's the thing. If you string people along for too long, they eventually just go away. So your choices, I mean, and again, this is feeling like Lovers stuff. We got the Lovers here in the final, which is wonderful energy, by the way, Virgo, to end with. But it's like, I think that this is feeling like a love reading to me at this point. It at first was feeling a little bit more like a business energy, but I'm seeing now, I think, no. I think that the Pentacles energy is just your energy, which is very grounded. It's very practical. It's very earthbound. Kel Surprise, right? It's you are not moving quickly because you feel like moving quickly is going to be put you at a disadvantage, right? We got the Page of Cups. We got the Three of Cups. Okay, so Three of Cups, again, I think three-party energy, multiple party energy, just lots of choice energy. I think that you're getting offers. You're getting offers. The Page of Cups very much so can be romantic, new, fresh, youthful offers. This is new for you. I don't think that you're used to all of this attention. I don't think you're used to all of these choices. And it's kind of like a party. It's like, oh, we're having a party. It's kind of like a party, right? I think there's a bit of you that's taking your time because you enjoy the feeling of, oh, all these choices. Oh, it's so nice to have all this attention. It's so nice to have all these choices, rather than getting a move on the best choice, right? And again, people are only going to wait around for so long. All right, well, there you are. I knew you were going to show up at some point. The Hermit has come into the game. You have shown up in your own reading. So it is you and the Emperor. I find that lovely, right? Because the Spirit is saying, we know that it's in your nature to not even necessarily be out there like this, to be seen like this. And to make a choice is going to put you in a place of vulnerability that you might not be interested in being in, right? Even being in this position where people are paying this much attention to you, having these choices, isn't something that you're used to experiencing. And you want to maybe stay in the background and just keep watching and just keep watching and keep analyzing and keep deciding and keep weighing. But it's time to go. It's time to go. Like, yes, we know. We're holding your hand. We're going to take you along with us. It's time to go. Spirit is there to help. Spirit is there to guide you towards the right answer. So, meditate on it. Maybe get out of your head. You don't need to be thinking about the different attributes and the different things of these people or choices of thing that you're trying to start. But again, I think it's people. If you need to, take some time to just have a blank space in your mind. Let the universe guide you. Let it drop the answer in your head, instead of trying to find the answer for yourself. Maybe the solution, it's not a solution to a problem, right? It's not a problem. It's a blessing, and just let it be and let it happen. Let the right one come. Let the right one come in. It's there. And you know which ones are a good and which ones are not. So I don't think you're going to end up in a situation where you're going to accept something less than what you deserve. The Star. Well, that's a lovely energy. I mean, you just keep getting all these major arcana in here. My goodness, like, Spirit is not backing down. So I think your hopes, right, your fears here is that this is going to continue to take a really long time, and you're going to continue to dawdle and dilly-dally, and you're going to not move forward. But your hopes are that you're going to get the right thing, and it's going to be a wish come true, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be your happiness. And I think with the Lovers as your final outcome, how delightful the energy is. Yeah, I think make a choice. Make a choice, because you at this point are in your element, you're in your aura, you're in your best way. And in being so, you are attracting the right kinds of people. You might be attracting a lot of the right kinds of people, and that is a happy problem to have. But it is time to stop spending so much time worrying about, or I don't know, no, that's not a worry thing even necessarily, but spending so much time taking time, right? Make an offer, or receive the offer, right? The King of Cups is saying, there's an offer here. It's a good one. There's an energy here that you want, that's got an offer and you want it. Just take it. Take the one that feels right. One of them is better than the others and you know it. So I'm going to go ahead and get you one card from the Oracle deck, the Witch's Oracle, to get just some advice from Spirit overall on the situation. But to me, it's definitely looking like you've done the groundwork. You have laid your groundwork over the course of the last who knows how long, but it's time to start being realistic about making a choice. Now, again, with everything being in retrograde in the month of July, maybe you can really get decisive at the end of the month when you reach July 29th, 30th, when that full moon comes in and it's really helping you to make that choice. Maybe that's a smarter time to start, thinking about it. So let's see if the universe has anything to give you as advice, unless it thinks that it already did all of its job. All right, let's see. Unification. All right, I like the way that sounds. So unification, which is number 21. That is the six-rayed star, also known as the Star of David. The six-rayed star is an ancient symbol that has been used by magical practitioners for thousands of years. It symbolizes the union of masculine and feminine forces at the place where the two can originally meet, the heart. It is also the Sanskrit symbol for the heart, anahata, indicating that love really is the key to life on earth. Oh, how lovely. When you draw the six-rayed star, you are being called to remember the importance of harmony and balance. Currently highlighted is how you relate to the world, and you are being asked to find that point of unification where your heart is truly open. Alchemy is possible now. Alchemy, interesting. Alchemy is possible now, a blending of masculine and feminine to create something completely fresh and new. Relationships are highlighted at all levels, whether alone or with a partner. Something is being called to your attention, or shortly will be. Meditate upon this symbol to find inner harmonies, which will reveal what it is that you can bring to or learn from present circumstances. High note, your heart holds the answer. Low note, find ways to harmonize your feelings. So your heart knows the answer, right? Your heart knows the answer. It wants unification. It wants the partner that will balance you. You know deep down which one that is or what that is. So take the time to meditate. Allow the universe to answer that question. The answer will come both from the universe and from within because they are in alignment with each other. So I hope that this resonated with you, Virgo. It seems like you've got some choices to make, but enjoy being fabulous for the month of July. I certainly would be. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.